What is hatching, Toga peeps? Oldmantup coming at you today with our Week 4 battle for the UAPB, the United Association of Peanut Butter Battlers. And we are playing the mighty Gliscor and the New York Gliscors. Don't mind my children and wife giggling in the background of my commentary. I'm recording before bedtime and they think this is hilarious. So we are going to take a look at the team matchups we have this week. A little surprised to not see Registeel. Didn't think Fairthorn would be coming this week, but we did prep for it, so I'm not exceptionally worried about it. He has Manaphy. That Z Rain Dance still worries me. He has Crobat, which speed ties with Jolteon, but outspeeds everything else on the team before boosts. He brought Mega Guard, Zydogo, and Hitmontop. So we will see what's going on. As you can see, the team we brought, we discussed in the team builder. Torkoal, Dugtrio, Suicune, Jirachi, Hitmonlee, and Jolteon. We're going to lead out with Jolteon because, like I said, it speed ties everything on his team. Nothing's going to come in and one-shot us outside of a Scarfed Zygarde dog. So don't really have to worry about getting knocked out right off the bat. I don't think he's going to be Scarfing Manaphy. And Gardevoir has to be Mega Stone, so that's not going to outspeed us. So let's take a look at turn 1. Very possible he'll lead Zygarde dog, but we'll see what happens. We're going to lead out with Jolteon. He's going to lead out with Zydog. He's going to switch out into Fairthorn. We go for the safe Shadow Ball because it hits everything on his team for neutral or better damage. And that is what we're going to do. We do not have the Hidden Power Ice as mentioned in the team builder. So Shadow Ball gives us a good range on seeing what we could do damage for him. This turn we're just going to go for the Hidden Power Fire. He does have that Occaberry, which is going to reduce the damage we're going to do. We still do 31% damage. So we will kill him with another attack after the Leech Seed. So I really expect him to switch out here. I'm not sure if he's going to risk going back out into Zygarde dog or not. So we do just go for a Volt Switch here. I wasn't sure if he would want to switch out into that or go into something else, but I didn't think he'd stay in. Unfortunately for us, this is going to cost us another turn of Leech Seed damage. So we're going to switch out here. We're going to go right into Suicune, our Zygarde dog answer. He's going to go for the Extreme Speed, knowing that'll kill us with his Life Orb, and we eat that up. Going to go for the Scald because it hits the majority of his team relatively well outside of Fairthorn and Manaphy. Fishing for a burn will be really nice right here, but it's not going to happen after our first Scald. So we're just going to hard switch right back out into Torkoal. He's going to set up that Leech Seed. We can go for the Flamethrower. It's going to hit a lot of things on his team, and we snag a crit there, which was very nice. It's going to give us 30% damage, so he's down to below a third. And I'm not sure what he's going to want to do this turn. We see that he is leftover, so I don't have to worry about him being Z Rain Dance anymore. So I don't have to worry about having Hitmonlee with the Unburden boost for that. So that is fantastic. We are just going to be able to drop a Solar Beam this turn because seeing that he was a leftover set, I figured at that point I would be able to survive any water attack in the sunlight because we got that Assault Vest. That isn't going to do much because he's going to start setting up on us. A +1 Surf in the sun is just a regular Surf, and without a ton of investment, Burge is going to come in and take that relatively well. Honestly, not sure what his investment will be at that point. This was more or less just a sack. But luckily for us, we're going to survive and force a switch out here. We did just have to go for that Thunderbolt, not risk the possibility that he would stay in. I watched some of his older matches before we played today, and one thing I noticed, he stays in a lot. So I didn't want to lose the opportunity to snag a nice Thunderbolt right there. But he does make the smart play into his Fairthorn. Now, I don't want to go for the Hidden Power Fire right here because it will probably kill us at this range. So we are going to hard switch out into Torkoal, get the sun back up, because that pretty much just stops Manaphy all day long. He's going to make a smart play and go into Zydog. He's going to hit 1,000 arrows here. We're going to see how much it does. It does exactly 1/3 damage. So I can take one more of those, 2 more after leftover recovery, which is fantastic. Now here we are going to snag a burn on this Manaphy, which is great because I'm going to guess it doesn't have any other forms of recovery unless it's carrying rest. So negating those leftovers is fantastic. So we're going to stay in here, see what he wants to do. He's going to go for the Grass Knot, and we're going to set up a Calm Mind here. That Grass Knot did 43%, and we know we're going to be able to survive another one, barring a crit after the +1, and we are sleeping, +1, being all fantastic now. We are the Sleep Talk set. This is going to go into another Calm Mind. We are going to go for 2 turns of Sleep Talk because unless he has a super awesome grass move, the worst he can do to us is Leech Seed. We will burn 2 turns of sleep and we'll be waking up the next turn we go in. So all he has is 1 turn of leftover recovery, meaning we can switch into anything, even if rocks are up, and take 2 unboosted 1,000 arrow attacks from Zygarde, which is fantastic. So we're going to go into Cool Guy here. He is just going to take this opportunity to set up his Stealth Rock. So we've seen Leech Seed and Rocks. Guessing he isn't going to have a lot more. Now, this is a resisted hit, and granted, Zydog doesn't have huge defenses, but to me, that's pretty stinking impressive coming from a Torkoal. Over a third, nearly 40%, and that's just bueno. Torkoal putting in the work, doing what we needed it to do this week, and we are 20 turns in, and both teams are still at 6-6. He's going to coil up, go for the 1,000 arrows here, which is fine. This is going to give me the opportunity to drop a Scald on him. Wasn't thinking the Sunlight was up because I was expecting that to maybe kill. Sunlight is up, not going to do it. We aren't going to snag the burn again. But we have Burge sitting in the wings as a sack here, which is exactly what we are going to do. He's going to drop another 1,000 arrows. We're going to go into our Doug Trio. And I don't know what I was thinking making this play. All I was thinking was I'm going to trap him, I'm going to survive an extreme speed, and then I'm going to kill it. But I wasn't thinking that he coiled, even though it's sitting right there on the screen. He's now at +1 with Life Orb, and he is just going to destroy our face with an extreme speed. I was just like, oh, well, that's fantastic. That is going to let us go into Dulcim, the Hitmonlee. And we are just going to drop a Fake Out. He can switch into anything he wants. It's still going to do tons of damage. The only thing that he could switch in that's going to be not as beneficial for us is the Ferrothorn. And that was just because we would get Iron Barb's damage. But he is not going to do that. He is going to go into Brobat here, the Crobat. And he is going to take the Fake Out. And unless he is like ridiculously bulky, he is not going to survive this Stone Edge whatsoever, and that is just going to destroy his face, getting 75% damage. So we are at double speed. We've used our normal gem after the Fake Out, and here he is going to bring in his Mega Gardevoir. So we can Poison Jab this. I believe slight possibility to kill. All I really need is damage on it at this point because I don't want this thing setting up anything on me. But Hitmonlee has pretty much outlived its usefulness. The rest of the team handles the rest of his team fairly well, even though if I don't kill, we will be setting at a 3-5 disadvantage. We're going to go for that Poison Jab. It is not going to be enough to kill, but it's going to snag the poison. Psychic is going to take us out, and Zelda is going to go down to the poison, which makes it 3-4 in his favor. But we are sitting pretty much exactly where we want to be. The only thing that will make this a more beneficial situation for us is if we were sitting with Suicune a little bit higher health. But the play to make is to bring Torkoal back out, set the sun up, so his Finley can't do much. A Surf is not going to take us out here. This Solar Beam is going to put him well within revengeable range of anything left on our team. The Surf is going to take Torkoal out, but like I said, Torkoal putting in the work and putting this Manaphy on its heels. Jirachi is going to come in here, set up the substitute. In the sunlight, it was possible with our investment that his Surf, which the minimal investment I'm guessing he has since he's a Calm Mindset, we would not have our sub broken by that Surf, which is excellent, which is why he had to switch out here. So we are just going to sub up. We do have coverage to hit the rest of his team, which is excellent. We are going to go for that Drain Punch, get a little bit of health back. Really don't think the crit mattered in the slightest bit because we are adamant. Going to go for the Zen Headbutt here, which is going to do a huge amount of damage. He's going to Close Combat, going to get the crit. Didn't matter because Close Combat broke our sub all the time. He's going to Mach Punch here, which is a really smart play on his point because even if I subbed up, 2 Mach Punches would break my substitute. Now, he's going to switch into Zydog. We have to go out into Suicune. There's no other play to make because 1,000 Arrows kills us all the time. So if he attacks, he's going to die to Life Orb Recoil. End of story. If he hard switched out into Manaphy here, all we would have to do is, well, had he switched out into Manaphy there, tables may have changed slightly, but all we would have had to do was go back out into Jirachi and win. So he goes straight out for 1,000 Arrows. That is going to give him the opportunity, or give us the opportunity to go into Jirachi, who's going to take that hit 4 days and kill with a Zen Headbutt. Jirachi winning a close 1-0 match against what I think is probably going to be the worst team matchup we have this season. His team and his core just really matched up well against his team. He built a solid team. Talked to him after the match, and he said he had Nasty Bat, which I wish would have gotten a chance to shine because it's one of my favorite sets for Crobat. But well done. Greatly put together team. Go check out the Mighty Gliscor. His link will be in the description below. So the Pittsburgh Pirattatas are sitting at 4-0 for, I believe, the first time in their league history. Everyone's getting excited around the house apparently for that. So Pittsburgh Pirattatas waving the Jolly Roger this week, picking up that really close win. Hopefully the Power Rankings guys will get their heads out of their tuchuses and put us higher up on the rankings. Anyways, this has been Oldmantup, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.